larva slowly grows, millimeter by millimeter, like a gradually inflating balloon. And when at last it reaches Europe, it undergoes its first metamorphosis, transforming into a glass eel. This is the second stage of the eel's life cycle. Glass eels are, much like their willow leaf former selves, almost entirely transparent, 2 to 3 inches in length, elongated and slithery, transparent as though neither color nor sin has yet to take root in their bodies. They look, in the words of the marine biologist Rachel Carson, like thin glass rods shorter than a finger. Frail and seemingly defenseless, they are considered a delicacy by, among other people, the Basques. When a glass eel reaches the coasts of Europe, it will usually travel up a brook or river, adapting almost instantly to a freshwater existence. This is where it undergoes yet another metamorphosis, turning into a yellow eel. Its body grows serpentine and muscular. Its eyes remain relatively small with a distinctive dark center. Its jaw becomes wide and powerful. Its gills are small and almost completely concealed. Thin, soft fins stretch along the entirety of its back and belly. Its skin finally develops pigment, coloring it shades of brown, yellow, and gray, and it becomes covered in scales so tiny they can be neither seen nor felt, like an imaginary armor. If the glass eel is tender and fragile, the yellow eel is strong and sturdy. This is the third stage of the eel's life cycle. The yellow eel is able to move through the shallowest, most overgrown waters as well as the swiftest currents. It can swim through murky lakes and up tranquil streams, up wild rivers and through lukewarm ponds. When needed, it can pass through swamps and ditches. It doesn't let circumstance stand in its way, and when all aquatic possibilities have been exhausted, it can take to dry land, slithering through moist brush and grass in pushes toward new waters that can last for hours. The eel is, thus, a fish that transcends the Piscine condition. Perhaps it doesn't even realize it's a fish. It can migrate thousands of miles, unflagging and undaunted, before it suddenly decides it's found a home. It doesn't require much of this home. The environs are something to adapt to endure and get to know. A muddy stream or lake bed, preferably with some rocks and hollows to hide in, and enough food. Once it has found its home, it stays there, year after year, and normally wanders within a radius of only a few hundred yards. If relocated by external forces, it will invariably return as quickly as it can to its chosen abode. Eels caught by researchers, tagged with radio transmitters, and released many miles from their point of capture have been known to return to where they were first found within a week or two. No one knows exactly how they find their way. The yellow eel is a solitary creature. It usually lives out the active phase of its life alone, letting the passing seasons dictate its activities. When the temperature drops, it can lie motionless in the mud for long periods, utterly passive, and at times entangled with other eels like a messy ball of yarn. It is a nocturnal hunter. At dusk, it emerges from the sediment and starts looking for food, eating whatever it can find. Worms, larvae, frogs, snails, insects, crayfish, fish, as well as mice and baby birds when given the chance. It is not above scavenging. In this way, the eel lives out the greater part of its life in a brownish-yellow guise, alternating between activity and hibernation, seemingly lacking any sense of purpose other than in its daily search for food and shelter, as though life was first and foremost about waiting and its meaning found in the gaps or in an abstract future that can't be brought about by any means other than patience. And it's a long life. An eel that successfully avoids illness and calamity can live for up to 50 years in one place. There are Swedish eels who have made it past 80 in captivity. Myths and legends tell of eels living to 100 or more. When an eel is denied a way to achieve its main purpose in life, procreation, it seems able to live forever, as though it could wait until the end of time. But at some point in its life, usually after 15 to 30 years, a wild eel will suddenly...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.